Oh my god, you guys, I have a pet ghost. A lot of you guys know that I do have a cat named Ghost, but now we also have a ghost cat, okay? And here is the sitch. So basically, for the past couple of months, I have been going to bed and waking up periodically throughout the night because it feels like there is a cat or some kind of being like pressing all around my legs. And I know that this is happening because usually whenever I go to bed, right, the blanket is like laying flat on me, and whenever I wake up in the middle of the night, it's like pressed all the way around me, and it's so weird. And so clearly I was like freaking out. I'm like, maybe this is all just in my head. So clearly I felt like I was absolutely losing my shit. So I went to my boyfriend and I was like, so honey, I've been waking up at nighttime and it feels like there's a cat or something on the bed, but I will check like 10 times within a 2-minute time span and our cat Ghost is nowhere to be found. And I'm like, it feels so legit. Like I can feel every single little press just around my body. And my boyfriend was like, you are kidding me, because I've been feeling the exact same thing. Oh my gosh. And so that's when I was like, okay, clearly we got something going on here. So I started freaking out because I'm like, at this point I didn't really realize that it was a cat. I was like, what kind of demonic presence is this? Like, what kind of being or like entity is trying to tuck me in at nighttime? That's so freaky. I want to like catch it on video or like set up my camera somehow so you guys might be able to see like it indenting around me, because that would be so freaking cool. But yes, I would just love to know like what your guys' opinions are. We named him Melvin, so now it is Melvin the Ghost and Ghost the cat, which I think is just so cute. Of course, me of all people would attract a ghost cat too, you guys, like obviously. I feel like in a way it's sort of my spirit guides like trying to get me used to presences and trying to show me that like presences aren't something evil, like how I've always been told in every single ghost story ever. Some presences can be really, really good. Some presences can be our loved ones, our ancestors, our pets that have passed away. And so it's not always something to be so afraid of, even though it is freaky, obviously, and I'm still getting used to it. It's not something that we should be afraid of because it is purely light and it's beautiful. And now we have a little cat to add to our family, a little ghost cat named Melvin. So yes, definitely let me know what you guys think about this in the comments, because obviously I'm freaking the fuck out. I want to know if anybody's had any similar experiences, or if you guys have ever had any experiences with presences. How do you like to cope with presences? Because I definitely have anxiety, but I'm trying to get over that anxiety. So I would love, 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 there goes Ghost, to hear some of your opinions. So yes, I love you guys. Let's go on ahead and get right into today's pick a card reading. Woohoo! Alrighty. Hello everybody, and welcome to today's pick a card reading. Today we are going to be doing simps. Who's simping for you? Where are they? And who the fuck are they? Let's go ahead and get right into it today. Let me get my little wand out here. With pile number 1, 2, 3, and 4. I want everybody to just focus here for 1 minute. You don't have to worry about choosing a group. I will give you plenty of time. Just take time here and really, really focus your energy. Get into your highest power, for your highest good. Send all of that negative energy back to the centers. Take a nice deep breath in here, all the way into your stomach. Breathe, 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 breathe all of this new positivity into you. Hold it, holding it. and release all of that negative energy. Let it just flow out of you and back to the centers. Keep focusing your energy. Take another deep breath in for me. Expanding your stomach as you're breathing in, nice and deep. Holding it, hold it. And releasing all of that negative energy. We're gonna do one more nice deep breath in, but I want you, to the extent of your abilities, to raise your arms up around you and over your head as you're taking a nice deep breath into your stomach. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Stretch it up, really stretch. And release. Release your arms back down to your side. You can do that again once more here on your own time, if you would like to. Or you can focus on stretching your legs out. Making sure to give your ankles a nice roll as well here. Right, Ghost, it's important. Rolling those ankles. Can you roll your ankles, Ghost? Psst, psst. Huh? Great job, everybody. Now I will give y'all a moment to choose. Now that you're nice and centered in your energy, take your time, or whatever group appears to you first, that's the one that you should pick. Feel free to choose multiple groups here as they can kind of build off of each other. Alrighty, let's go on ahead and get started with pile number 1. Alrighty, for those of you who chose pile number 1, I'm seeing 330 right as we're starting this, so you could be seeing 333 a lot, but we are going to go on ahead and get into your reading for who is simping for you. Let's figure it out. Wow, okay, so we're starting off here as the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like you're in a very strong energy when it comes to your finances, getting your coin. I feel like you have a lot of people watching you do what you do for work, so you could be an influencer, or you could just, you know, post a good amount about your work and what you do for it. And I feel like you have a lot of people that look up to you because of your job and because of what you do, or because of the way that you lead your life with such ambition and such success. It doesn't matter what age you are. I feel like you are very, very successful. You've had a lot of success in your life. Yeah, there's like kind of a mirage in the background. So I feel like sometimes like what you do maybe can be a front or like you're kind of like putting up a front like, oh yeah, everything's fine. I feel like you're very strong because you like to make moves in silence. Like it doesn't matter if something's hurting you, you handle everything with such grace, and you really just don't let anybody see that kind of shit, you know? Like you really you like to come off very strong. Like you don't like to show anybody that you're slipping, basically. We also have strife here, so 5 of Wands. I feel like there's a lot of people that are fighting for your attention and for your affection. Energetically, could be physically, there could be friend groups kind of fighting over you as well. It's people that kind of similarly want to date you, and it's like they're playing with fire here because you're definitely a very fiery individual. And so it's like, what makes you guys think that I want either of you is what I'm hearing. Like literally, what makes you think that I would even want either of you? Why are you even fighting over me if I don't even like really know who you are, you know? Like rather than fighting with each other, you guys should be like asking me out, you know, and like trying to make moves on me rather than just like, you know, trying to play it cool behind the scenes, because then that's just gonna let you fly under the radar. Like you gotta make some real fucking moves. You gotta step up your game. I'm watching Rock of Love right now. Oh my fucking god, you guys. It is the best reality TV show I've ever seen in my fucking life ever. Oh my god, it's so good because it's so chaotic. It's like an early 2000s dating show basically about Bret Michaels, and he has like a bunch of super attractive women that like go after him in the house. And basically like why I'm talking about this is because you're kind of in like his vibe where it's like, if you don't come to me, if you don't approach me, what is the point of me giving you my time? Like, because obviously you have a lot of people around you. You have a lot of fucking Sims, a lot of people like suiting for you. That's not a fucking word. But they like want to be a suitor of you. And so yeah, I literally just feel like that's kind of your vibe where you're like, if you're not coming to me, if you're not attracting me, what the fuck is the point, you know? Like, but you can watch. That's definitely the vibe that I'm getting. We also have the Queen of Cups here and the Queen of Wands. Holy shit, you guys. So yeah, you guys could also have a lot of feminines that look up to you, that watch you, or that honestly want to date you or are kind of in love with you. Like, it doesn't matter if you're gay, straight, anywhere in between, you are literally just attracting women. Like, there's a lot of women that look up to you. There's a lot of women that want to be like you. Because I get that you kind of embody all of these queen energies, like the Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands. So it's no wonder why these people would fucking want you. Like, literally. With the Queen of Wands here too, I definitely see you as a very fiery kind of individual, and especially when paired with the Queen of Cups, like I was going back and forth between that duality of like handling things with grace versus like being a bit of a firecracker, you know? Like I feel like that's why people find you so attractive though, is because of that duality. Like why you have so many people simping for you is because again of that duality. And a lot of your simps could be females actually. And again, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're in love with you, but I feel like there's a lot of people that will watch you. I'm even hearing the thing where it's like, no, I don't want to be anything like that person. But then like they go and copy you like 10 seconds later, or like they go and try to act like you, try to dress like you, try to kind of like parrot you almost, because they see it working out for you so fucking well. And I feel like a lot of females especially could be jealous by the amount of like attention that you're getting, or which it's like, fuck off, like get your own attention, you know? Like you can be a baddie bitch too. You don't have to just watch from the sidelines and like pout, you know? Like get in there, get in the game, bitch. You know? But a lot of people especially around you could like not really see that, could just be jealous just to be jealous. Like whenever I get jealous, I'm the type of person that's like, okay, yeah, fuck it, I'm jealous for a reason. It's because I want what this person has. And so it's like, clearly I'm just gonna try to embody more of that rather than sitting here in my jealousy and being like, oh, I'm jealous, you know? Like, oh, I can't be like that. It's like, yes, bitch, you can. Get out of your own way. But that's definitely the energy that I'm feeling for you guys. Like, it's very fiery, it's very passionate, but you're also so down to earth and loving that that's why, like, it's so hard to even focus on your Sims here. Like, I feel like a lot of your Sims are feminine, but it's hard for me to even focus on your Sims here because they're so focused on you. It's like, yeah, it's like they're telling me like they barely even have time for themselves because they're so focused on you. It's like self-development, who? You know, like they would much rather just spend their time and their energy like on you, which is like, hello, okay, I guess, if you must. Like, I'm over here flipping my hair. That's the vibe, like, I guess, if you want to. But we also have the Ace of Wands here and the Princess of Cups. Yes, so yeah, there's a ton of feminine energy here. So you could see, I feel like a lot of your masculine simps like kind of fly under the radar more, whereas like your feminine simps, you could even just have like a lot of friends that actually like hype you up too. Like, I feel like there's so much here. Like, there's so many simps that's why it's like focusing on you, because it's hard to even get past all of these energies, because it's like feminines that are jealous of you, feminines that are like hyping you up, that just want to be like you, that aspire to be like you, and that are super wholesome. Then on top of that, there's your friends, there's people that are literally physically hyping you up in the comments. On top of that, there are masculines, there are like people that kind of like want your attention, want to date you, want your time, want your energy, a bunch of people that are competing over you. And if you vibe with being like LGBTQ plus and you're a female seeking females, I feel like, baby, you got your shit down. I mean, come on. You literally have like queens after queens after queens that are coming after you, and you're like, bitch, no, I don't even know if this is my vibe. Like, maybe I'm looking more for my empress. Like, but still, like, you just have all of this energy here of like a bunch of females like really simping for you and like looking up to you, looking after you too, I heard. So there could be even some people that are like kind of defending you behind your back, like to these motherfuckers that are trying to like be jealous and sit in their jealous energy. I feel like there's a lot of people that are like, you know, because they could say some shit like, oh my god, did you see what she was wearing? Like, that skirt is way too short. I'm literally visualizing myself because I know I wear very mini micro skirts right now, but fuck it, I like showing a little booty. But that's just what I'm hearing. And then I'm also hearing like the people that are defending you being like, what the fuck, I like their outfit, I think it's really hot actually, like on the latter half of things. And so yeah, I just feel like you have like some intense energies that are chasing after you. And so it's especially important for this group to be taking time to yourself, like literally just kind of separating yourself from this energy and like being alone a little bit because like when you're alone, I'm getting, you have like some of the best ideas. Yeah, oh my god, I literally just heard When I'm Alone by Bank. That is such a fucking good song too. Definitely go check that shit out. It's very like dance poppy. But when you're alone, I feel like that's the time in which you come up with these genius kind of like leadership vibes, right? Where you can like really, I'm hearing like even lead the fucking country, bitch. Like you can lead the fucking world. And that's a lot of the time when you're by yourself, when you're feeling these like emotions and figuring out, okay, here's my next step. This is my highest self. Here's what I want to look like in this bitch, okay? This is what we're going to do for today, like regarding influencing, or here's what we're going to do today regarding the career to like really pop off. Here's the quotes that we're going to be putting out there. Like kind of vibes like that, or like maybe you'll be spending time alone, like reading. Like I feel like especially, okay, like I'm a bimbo, so I don't like to physically read. I love to like listen to audiobooks, but like there is time to time when spirit really guides me to like a wonderful book, and it's so fucking easy to read because I actually want to read it. Shocker. Because it's actually engaging. Whoa, shocker. And so I just feel like that vibe, like I feel like spirit could really be guiding you like to the library or like to some place where you can just be in your own energy and like learn more about yourself and what you're kind of on this earth to do and how you're supposed to be guiding people like even more hardcore than you are. Like keep an eye out for those books out there. Yeah, because some of the books that come to my mind, I love The Alchemist. I think that every human being on this planet Earth should read The Alchemist. Okay, that's definitely one of them. Mom and Me and Mom by Miss Maya Angelou, because I fucking love her. I think that she is an icon. I will praise her for the rest of my life. And then third would be The Light Between Us by Laurel and Jackson, because they are all just so like, none of them really go into, like, religion or anything. They're just so, like, spiritually aligned. Like, they're really powerful bitch energy, you know? Like, really, really, really powerful. And so definitely look out for those. But yeah, like, again, I feel like these simps, where are they? A lot of them are on social media. A lot of them are watching you. Like, and if you're not on social media, then it could just be in your workplace. Like, you could see that there are a lot of feminines that go to you for advice in the workplace, that go to you for help, that go to you for friendship and trust and, like, helping to boost that ladder up, you know, kind of vibes. So it's definitely something to look out for, because I feel like at work and on social media is where your simps are hitting it the hardest. And there's definitely a lot of people, again, that are, like, fighting for your fucking energy and your time, especially, like, especially females for this reading. Like, there obviously is a lot of heavy feminine energy. Sorry about that. But with the Ace of Wands, I also just feel like there is so much fire in your soul. There is so much fire in your soul. There's so much passion in your soul. I feel like there's a lot of people that have a lot of, like, fiery, passionate energy for you. Obviously, a lot of, like, sexual energy here too. Yeah, like, even if you're not gay, I'm hearing, like, you're definitely getting a lot of, like, feminine attention, and sometimes, like, a lot of those feminines will want to date you too, you know? Like, it happens, bitch, obviously. I know I, as a bisexual, have definitely fallen in love with females because of their powerhouse presence in the workplace. Like, that shit is such a fucking turn on, and that's definitely the vibe that I get for you guys. Like, oh my god, I literally just said that's such a turn on, and that's literally what Bret Michaels says in Rock of Love all the time to everything. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, if a girl breathes in that show, he's like, oh my fucking god, that's such a turn on. Like, it is the most ridiculous show. You guys can watch it on Hulu if you want to. I highly recommend it. Oh my god, Daisy of Love is like 110,000% better, but they only have one season of that. But she's a bimbo just like us, so just like most of us, I should say. Some people don't like the term bimbo, which is fine. I understand. But let's go ahead and get just a little bit of clarifiers here. I'm trying to get, like, really, really, really in tune with my intuition too, and try to, like, trust it more. So I am just so happy that you guys are being very patient with me, and the fact that I have chosen to not, like I'm not, like, never gonna use oracle cards again, but I'm really, really, really trying to get good at, like, tarot and just getting clear on, like, the messages that are coming from me. So I just appreciate you guys a lot. But we have the Chariot, the Tower, and the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like the Four of Pentacles is a very, like, powerful card. With the Tower card here too, I'm hearing, like, a lot of people from your past that, like, you cut off or that you had Tower card moments with, trust me, honey, they're still fucking watching you. It doesn't matter if they blocked you. Like, they're literally watching you through friends is what I'm hearing. Like, there's so many people that just, like, want to know what the fuck is going on, because at the time in which they blocked you, like, you might have, like, not really been, like, blossomed yet, you know? You might have kind of been in, like, a caterpillar, like, state, and then the second that these motherfuckers, like, left you, you popped the fuck off. Like, you had a tower moment, you had a breaking down, you released your wings, you flowered, you bloomed, you became this beautiful lotus in the mud is what I'm seeing. And these motherfuckers were like, shit, I really missed out on something. And so, of course, now they're trying at every single angle to watch you, to keep tabs on you without, like, literally doing it, which it's like, ugh. Can we get over this, please? 2023, can we please bring this, like, I mean, not get over blocking. Like, blocking is a great thing. But, like blocking but still stalking kind of vibes, you know? Like, can we get over that? And can we just, like, what is that? Like, accountability, you know? Like, just own up to it. But with the Chariot here, I'm getting that you're a very fast-paced person. Like, your life is consistently changing, especially when it comes to your career. I feel like you are consistently leveling up, taking it to the next level, okay? And these people that are simping for you are literally just, like, watching you, and they're like, ah, like, in the background. Like, literally, like, they just get so turned on by the fact that you can level up your career, you can take motherfuckers down, you can be powerful and strong, but, like, sweet and empathetic, like, on the other half of things. the only time that you like really see like that powerful kind of like, I mean, not just the only time that you see the powerful side, but the only time that you see like that heat, that fire is like whenever somebody like really fucks up. But sometimes like that also like really turns people on, is like seeing that that heat, that fire, you know. But yeah, definitely this is like a lot of the energy that I got for you. So you could have had like falling outs with a lot of feminines too. Especially because you are so established in your career, you are so powerful, and you keep your shit moving in your career. You would come across a lot of feminines, if you are a feminine especially, that get just jealous of you in the way that you carry yourself in the workplace, in the way that you excel in the workplace, so much so that they literally have to leave your life, that they literally like cut you out, cut you off, get angry with you, like do all these fuck shit things literally just because they can't keep up, you know, like, and that obviously sucks because you want to take them with you, but the only reason why they can't keep up is because they're stuck in their own way, you know, and it's because they're stuck in their own kind of jealousy aspect, when in reality they just should be supporting of you, you know. And being like, okay, yeah, I will come to my own successes as my own human being. But some people just don't see that shit, okay? Some people just compare too heavily, too hardcore, and then they get towered because it's like they can't stick around you, obviously. You being this powerful person, and obviously your angels, your spirit guides, do not want them around you. They do not fucking want them around you. Because literally, sorry, my throat chakra is getting blocked there. Because literally, like, they can't handle the truth. Oh, of course my throat chakra was blocked there, because they literally can't handle the truth. They can't handle you. They can't handle what you have to say, what you're on this planet to do. And so they fall off, and your angels are like, well, you're better off without them, honestly. But yes, my beautiful, beautiful pilot number 1, these are the messages that I channeled for you, for who is simping for you. Again, it's a lot of feminine energy. There's a lot of females here that are simping for you, that are looking up to you, that are jealous of you, but behind the scenes, they're still parroting you, you know? And the other vibe of it, obviously, would be a couple of masculine simps that want to get your attention. I feel like we'll get more into that in the other piles, but this one was so heavily like female. A lot of females that could have fallen off your path, and a lot of females that are here just wholesome, that are just looking up to you, that just want to support you to the end, and that would defend you behind your fucking back. So bravo, we stand those women, we love those women. We love women here in general. But yes, my beautiful pile number 1, I love you all so fucking much from the bottom of my titty heart. I'm praying that this brought you some clarity, and I'll see y'all very, very soon, okay? Goodbye. Alrighty, for those of you who chose pile number 2, let's go on ahead and figure out who is simping for you. Woo, that rhymed. Oh my god, okay. Let's go. We have the 3 of Swords here, so sorrow. Somebody that feels very brokenhearted over you, somebody that you could have had a falling out with, feels like there's an unspoken truth here, or something that wasn't said between the two of you that should have been said. So it feels like it should have been like, I'm in love with you, or like something like that, because I'm hearing I'm in love with you by the 1975. Such a great fucking song, by the way. But yeah, I feel like this person was definitely in love with you. They could have like hidden their emotions or just held back a lot. Literally, as I was saying that, we got the moon card. That's exactly my interpretation for that shit. Oh my god. And there's 2 lighthouses on that. Whenever I see lighthouses, that always makes me think of one of my relatives who has passed on, like sending me signs. So that is beautiful. I never realized this before, but they're always with us, okay? But beyond that, okay, I definitely just feel like this person was maybe removed from your path, like, because of spirit guides, because they did something that was, like, so outlandish, or they won't, like, they needed to learn a lesson here is what I'm hearing, because, like, especially with the moon card here, there was definitely some sense of, like, hidden emotion where they weren't revealing to you that they were in love with you, or they just weren't revealing their full truth to you, or, which it really, really just feels like that they were actually in love with you. I feel like there were all the signs there. You were seeing all these things. So I feel like you're feeling, you could honestly be sensing a lot of their grief over the situation. So you could, on top of this, be getting waves of sadness, kind of like out of the blue. Like sometimes it literally feels like a switch that like flips in your head, where it's like one moment you're super happy, and the next moment it's like, whoa, like chemicals, what's going on here? Kind of an imbalance. Whenever that happens, be sure to like, because what really, really helps me in that situation, like I physically can feel the chemicals switching in my brain. That's why I explained it. It's like a switch to me. So whenever I feel that happening, I instantly will fake a smile. Not because to like show people that I'm happy or what, fuck that shit. No. It's because it triggers the chemicals in your brain, the dopamine in your brain, to kind of like trick it into thinking that you're happy. So it like immediately flips the switch back. That could help you guys out a lot, especially if you are experiencing those waves of sadnesses. Try that shit out, okay? And let me know how it works for you guys, because that works for me every single time. The other thing that you should be doing too is making sure that you're sending the negative energy back to them, because they clearly have a lesson to learn here, and they clearly did not learn that in the time span of being around you. And so now they're really feeling it, and they're definitely hardcore, heavily simping for you, okay? So this definitely is a past person. We have the Prince of Swords here. So yeah, this person definitely feels like, you know, they feel like they're very, I'm gonna get a good look at this, but it feels like they're a very brave, kind of like courageous individual in a lot of senses in their life, except when it comes to their love life. Like literally everything else, like I'm hearing skydiving for some reason would be easier for this person than telling you their feelings. Like they're like, I'd much rather, literally I heard jump out of a plane like with a parachute than I would confess my love to my beautiful baby bimbo here. But yeah, with the Prince of Swords here, it seems like the way that they've been steering their life has not been necessarily working out for the best of them, you know? Yeah, interference with the Eight of Swords here. And like with this puppeting, it feels like this person was very manipulative of the situation. It doesn't seem like it was necessarily in like the worst way possible. It feels more like this person, I mean, I guess it really depends on your situation, because this is definitely a general reading, but for the majority of you, I really feel like it wasn't anything super bad. It's just the fact that they like controlling how things kind of turn out. So like they really like knowing every next step, essentially. Like they really don't like knowing the unknown, which is why like with the Moon card here, it's like, then why the fuck were you being so closed off with your emotions then, bitch? Like literally. We also have works here, Three of Pentacles. Yeah, so it feels like this person has been putting a lot of time and energy into like healing themselves, healing this connection, figuring out the fuck they even want to say to you. Yeah, because it's just a lot of back and forth. They're like, can you turn over these other fucking cards finally? Victory and change. That's why. That's so fucking funny. Isn't that funny? Because they literally were like in my ear, like, can we get past this already, please? It's like they're very impatient, and they're very, yeah, again, just like manipulative with the way that they want the situation to turn out correctly. My left eye is itching. I don't know if that symbolically means anything. But we could look it up. Yeah, but we have victory and change here. So I definitely see that this person is trying to make this change in their life. They're trying to have this victory with you. I feel like from afar, it's like energetically they're signaling to you like, I'm coming back in. I'm coming back in. Feel this sadness? It's gonna turn into angst is what I'm hearing. Yeah, but my throat chakra just keeps getting like closed up. Jeez Louise, person. So they definitely have something that like they want to say to you, but it's a matter of like, how the fuck do I even get this across? Which is like, bitch. Or it's like they're also thinking like, when's the right timing? Like there's no right timing for this, right? Like in this world, in this universe, in this lifetime, there is, okay, I guess there is certain right times, right? You know, for certain things. Like it seems like this person could have been right person, wrong time kind of energy. But where was I going with that, spirit? Seems like in this lifetime there's like, yeah, there's no such thing really as the right time to like take a chance like this or like make a move like this, you know, like right now is the right time. Right now, right time, basically. It's a lot of right. This person could be right-handed too. You could be right-handed. Both of you could be right-handed. Just a weird little what is that, confirminator. That wasn't the word. But anyways, we also have victory here. Yeah, the Six of Wands. Seems like this person definitely heavily wants a victory with you. Two of Pentacles. They could have been juggling different options when they were with you, not really sure which one they wanted to go with, but it feels like ultimately they kind of, once you stepped away from the situation, they made that decision that like, yes, you are the correct one ultimately. Yeah, and it feels like you guys could be opposites, because I'm noticing like there's a black and a white cat on here. And it just feels like the two of you, like this person could be more of like, I'm not gonna say like a dark entity, because they're definitely like not like bad of a human being. It feels like, I mean, maybe for like the 3% of you that feel like this person is like a master kind of puppeteer manipulator individual, but for the majority of you, I'm getting more of the vibe that like this person is just different from you in the sense that they maybe have a more pessimistic view of the world, like versus you, who has a very like light and sunshiny and, oh yes, like we're here to make a difference in the world. This person's like, we're here for suffering. Like, no, bitch, like you just have to change your view. Like, yeah, and I definitely just feel this massive sense of victory. It's almost like this person feels like you are more victorious, because I definitely get the vibe that like this pile also is moving more in like silence, moving away from this person in silence, really just like taking your power back is what I heard. Like you worked so fucking hard to get your power back, like really, 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 really hard. Yeah, works, sorrow, interference. It just feels like, yeah, there could have been a lot of interferences. So there could have been a third party situation again, or like this person was trying to decide between two options and you're like, bitch, guess what, I'll make it real fucking easy for you, and you walked away. Like you really took the upper hand. You were like, yeah, fuck this. If you're not gonna give me the type of respect and, you know, like voice your opinions, tell me that you're falling for me, then it's like, what the fuck is the point of me like sitting around like a little puppy waiting for you to tell me? Because clearly you ain't my person. Like my person's gonna stand the fuck up, my person's gonna tell me, my person's gonna be like, yo, when's the next time you can go on a date? Like literally. And it feels like this person was heavily holding all of this shit back, which obviously is when I tell my baby bimbos, like, y'all keep your shit moving, because this person clearly is not far behind. Like they are trying to catch up with you. They're trying to like make these changes in their life, trying to lead a more victorious life, be more positive thinking. But yeah, they definitely chose the wrong option, I'm hearing, because even in this change card, you can see that this person is like juggling. It's the Two of Pentacles. You can see that they're juggling like the light and the dark, and the dark one is for some reason getting the upper hand in this situation, whereas the light one, like this person is way more focused on the light one. As you can see, like their face is like pointed towards this one, but the darkness is still there, like getting the upper hand. And so it's like, it's a matter of this person kind of taking charge of their own life, realizing that rather than puppeting other people, they should try puppeting themselves and master manipulating their own life rather than trying to manipulate other people around them, because clearly that doesn't work out for them very well. There's a lot of blue energy with this person, but I also see like some sunshine kind of popping through here. There could be little signs or like little things along the way that are kind of alluding to this person, I think is the right word, that you're still kind of interested in them, or that they could still kind of like have a chance with you if they were to really step their shit up. But for the most part, this person is feeling a lot of sadness and a lot of sorrow and just a lot of like, oh, woe is me, rather than like, okay, bitch, let's take this sorrow and let's change it into something productive. Let's learn from this, right? Which that might be my workaholic kind of coming out here. But that's just the vibe that I'm getting. It's like, rather than saying, oh, woe is me, oh, pity to me, oh, so sad that the way that things turn out, like literally get in your own vibe, get in your own element, and channel that into something that's more productive for yourself. Where is this simp though in correspondence to you? I definitely see a lot of distance, physical distance. I could see, yeah, a lot of, with the Eight of Swords energy, it's like this person's like flying behind the scenes. So again, I'm seeing a lot of simping on social media for this individual. A lot of simping, a lot of watching your stories, a lot of, they could be commenting on your stories or posting things in particular to kind of like get your attention. So that could be like them going out on the town, or that could be them with another woman, like just kind of shit like that, that maybe gets your attention in not the most positive way. Like, obviously, I'm not here to tell you, like, yes, this person is great for you, no, this person isn't great for you, but from the vibe that I'm getting, at the state that this person is in right now, they just can't even compare. It's like, if they really, really want to come back, they better come fucking correct, and they better come in this victorious mindset, in this Two of Pentacles, focusing on that light mindset, rather than letting the darkness kind of take control of them. Throat chakra is heavily blocked, you guys. I literally keep in this pile, it's like, it always feels like somebody's like kind of like closing, or it's like you have to burp almost, but you can't. Like, that's the kind of vibe, and it keeps happening. And I don't burp, you guys. Like, that's just a fun fact about me. I don't burp. I try so hard and my throat just growls. I don't know if anybody else out there feels that. But with the Judgment card in the reverse and the Knight of Wands in the reverse, it's like, this person feels like the situation was misjudged. Like, you feel like this person never really had any feelings for you. You might even feel like you were crazy, but in reality, it's like, no, bitch, this person is a master puppeteer. They were trying to make you feel crazy when you walked away, so that way they could spare themselves. But in reality, it only ended up hurting themselves more, because I feel like this situation was heavily misjudged, like heavily misjudged. On their part, on your part, the feelings where they felt like they weren't reciprocated, when in reality, like, they were heavily reciprocated. This person just likes to have backup plans. Like, that's kind of part of like their master manipulation, I'm hearing. It's just like having a backup plan, because they really felt like, I mean, that's how it ended up, but I feel like they almost kind of manifested that, because they really felt like you weren't actually going to be into them, like, long term, or like you weren't actually into them, period, because just the way that you are, like, your nature just was completely different than theirs. And yeah, they completely misjudged the situation, basically, is what I'm trying to fucking say. And they're like, get that out of your mouth, okay, bitch? It's like, calm down, okay? Like, you should be here talking to this beautiful baby bimbo, not me. I mean, yes, me, but like, you should be the one to fucking step up to the plate, you little bitch. But with the King of Wands in the reverse, it's almost like they lost this passion in this life. They lost their fire in their life, because, like, you were this person's fire. Like, you were this person's, like, flame, you know, like, you get that shit going, you got that shit boiling, and now this person is like cold water, and they're like, what the fuck do I do? What do I do? What can I make with this? You know, like, what kind of soup can I brew up with this? And it's like, none, bitch. But like, that's what you get when you fucking choose to go against the grain, and like choose to, you know, tell spirit, no, you know, kind of vibes. Like, oh, I'm not ready for this. It's like, bitch, why the fuck do you think spirit's pushing you towards this? It's like, because you're ready to experience at least the likes of it. But yeah, some bitches, now they're just out here passionless, though. You could have, like, slept with this person or heavily left a mark on this person when it comes to, like, sexuality or like sexual kind of experiences. It doesn't even necessarily mean that the two of you had to have had sex before, but it feels like this person is very sexually enamored, like they're very sexually drawn towards you. With the Page of Wands in reverse, though, I definitely see that this person feels like they acted like so immature towards you. There could even be like specific instances that you can pull up where you were like, oh my god, cringe, like kind of vibes, like where like, obviously this person was like super attractive, right? There's like aspects of them that are very, very, very attractive, but then there was like little things that they would do where you were like, what the fuck? Like like I'm only, like, you could be like, I'm only a little bit older than you, or like, or I'm even younger than you, and I know that you shouldn't be doing that. Like, I know for a fact that that's really fucking cringe, you know? Like, yeah, my voice literally went out there as I was trying to say that, but literally that was super fucking cringe. Like, I don't even know what this person did, but I just get that vibe, you know? With the Ace of Swords here and the Four of Swords too, I see that you've gone into like this period of like rest. Like, it feels like stagnancy in your love life, where it's like, should I stay or should I go kind of vibes, where it's like, do I want this person? Is this person coming back for me? But it's more of the vibe of like, keep your shit moving, keep going after different people, and this person will catch up to you if they're so meant to, you know? But this person gonna keep simping in the background. It could even be like a kind of a relationship where the two of you come back together in like a year time span, where this person has had like a lot of growth, a lot of change. Not that being said, like, that doesn't mean that you guys like completely cut off contact. You guys could even stay friends up until that point, but it's like being friends that really inspires this person to kind of like step the fuck up of their game, if that makes sense. I know I'm kind of like all over the place today in the terms of this reading, but ultimately this is the person that's like heavily simping for you. Like in the last pile, I picked up on so many energies that it was like really difficult to decipher between all of them. But with this one, it's like this person is so powerful of a simp. They're like a simp god. You know, like they literally just like want your attention so fucking bad, and like they're literally, yeah. Oh my god. But that's why, oh my fucking god, it makes so much goddamn sense now. That's why they were so keen or like so okay with being at this slight distance from you, is because it's kind of like a turn on for them. Like they don't know what the fuck is that, like Belle Delphine, right? Like she's kind of the inventor of simps, because she would reveal like a little bit of herself and then it would get people going fucking nutso, and it would be like, oh my god, give me more, or like what the fuck, you know? Like that's just kind of like the simping vibe. That's the vibe that I'm getting from this person, is like plans of action are like little to none, but like fantasies are like through the fucking moon. Like they're through the fucking roof, they're through the ceiling. This person is like fantasy galore, and it's like, bitch, eventually you gotta get out of your head, you know? Like eventually you gotta start making some moves, otherwise you're just gonna be stuck up here. Because like for real, you guys, like I honestly see, like I see that you guys might be interested in this person still, but from the looks of it, I actually get the vibe that like there's somebody that's like heavily on the horizon that is like 10 times more of what this person could even dream of being. And so, you know, like they might, yeah, so just keep your shit moving. That's all that I'm gonna say, okay? Because I don't want to discourage you guys. I don't want you guys to like feel like, you know, like, oh, dick witch, oh, why do you have to tell me that this person is like just being a brat? Because that's not what I want to hear. It's like, bitch, I'm not gonna tell you what you want to fucking hear, number one. I'm only gonna tell you what you need to hear. But number two, like, is this the energy that you really fucking deserve for yourself? Like, ask yourself that, and really deep down try to get those answers. Because from my perspective, from my looks of it, it's like, yes, this person has the potential to step the fuck up, but potential does not equal credentials, as we know on this channel. So definitely keep your shit moving, because I see that you have an intense option on the horizon that's just, that could even trigger this motherfucker to like come back around, or like come back in, be like, yo, what's up, what I do, you want to date now, you know? And you're kind of like, yeah, no, fuck it, I'm over it. But that's just the vibe that I'm getting. This person will remain a simp probably for the rest of their fucking life, because the plans of action are little to none, which is why it's like, and you guys, like, me saying that I know could potentially upset some of you guys, because like you want people to come forward, you know, like you want them to take steps towards you, but sometimes you need to hear that their plan of action is none, so that way you're like, okay, yeah, fuck you, and then you move on, and then they're like, oh shit, and then it's like trigger effect, you know, where it's like, I do have to act, I do have to move, you know, because sometimes it takes you like really hardcore being like, yeah, fuck this bitch, I'm out, you know, kind of vibes, for them to be like, oh shit, okay, hello, wait, you know, kind of vibes. So definitely don't let that discourage you. If anything, it should empower you. It should make you feel like, yeah, I'm that bitch, I got my shit going on, and I'm not gonna stop until I find somebody that is on my fucking level, that is here with me, rather than me being here and them being here, you know? Like, you guys are just beyond. You're beyond, and it's time that you start acting like that shit, okay? Because you are fucking beyond, and you're beyond this motherfucker, okay? With the Ace of Swords here, like, you made that decision for a fucking reason. And that's how we're gonna end it today, because yeah, like, you bitches are powerful as fuck. You definitely need to pick more pals, because like, I definitely see that you guys have a lot of different simps going after you, but this person like was so strong in your energy, because they're just so sad And like that energy is affecting you, obviously. And so I don't want my beautiful baby bimbos like being sad, being discouraged because of this one kind of crusty option, you know? It's time that you rechannel your energy, recognize how powerful and badass of a bitch you are, and then go out there and like try to meet some new people. Put yourself out there on dating apps, which some people are like, oh my God, I swear off dating apps. And bitches, like, I was there at a point in time with you too, but you have to recognize that like it's a different time period, right? Like, we're not going to, well, maybe you are going to the bars all the time. That's on you. But it's more like, what is that? Like, it's not like our parents, well, maybe your parents are arranging marriages. I guess I really don't fucking know. But for the most part, like, I'm thinking, like, it's a lot different time than it was, like, 1950s United States of America. Like, that's kind of the vibe that I'm seeing. Like, it's a lot different time than them. And so it's not like you're going to school and you're like meeting your suitor and you're marrying at a very young age anymore. It's like people are getting married, people are dating at every single age, at every single, you know, we're really just falling in love in this day and age. And so it's time that you kind of embrace those options of falling in love and take everything as a redirection too. Don't see little things. I'm thinking of, okay, one more thing and then I'll end it, okay? But when I was first starting to get out there, I was first starting to put myself on dating apps again, I was getting like very discouraged. Number one, because I was using Tinder, and Tinder is not a good place for demisexuals. But literally, I kid you guys not, like, I was banned from Tinder within 24 hours of like trying to use it again. And rather than like trying to get my account back, rather than being like, oh my God, this sucks, woe is me, I hate dating apps, I'm never going on a, I was like, fuck it, okay, this is redirection. So then I tried a new dating app, and guess what? That is how I met my partner that I'm now with. And I kid you not, like, and it was Hinge, by the way. I fucking love Hinge. I shout out Hinge to everybody because it is such a good app. Even just for like meeting people to like go on dates with. Like, even if you're just kind of like trying to get back into the dating game, that is a wonderful place, wonderful, wonderful place to go. They have some quality people on there, okay? Very, very quality. Like, yeah, there were literally like doctors, nurses, like, you can select your preferences on there for like whoever the fuck you want, you know. You can put if you're a smoker, if you like to drink a lot, if you like are 5 foot whatever, if you are into a certain height, you can look at that as well. And there's also vocal prompts on there too, so you can hear what the person sounds like. You can get a feel for their sense of humor, their sarcasm. Like, I literally shout that app out to fucking everybody because I'm like, bitches, keep your shit moving. Like, you're staying in this bubble of your little world and you need to put yourself out there more. And that's one of those great ways that you can put yourself out there. Even if it's like you're not even going on there to like meet a partner necessarily, you're just going on there to go on dates. Like, you can literally put that in your bio and like people will like not give a shit, you know. But yeah, like you can say like long term, open to short, or like mine said life partner. Like, mine was the extreme, the very, very, very extreme one, because I was like, I'm not the type person, you know, me being demisexual again, to like do short term, whatever. I'm going off the rocker there. Basically, moral of this story is, you know, fuck this bitch, get a dating app. We love this bitch, they'll come back when they're ready, but for now, fuck this bitch. You're too hot to hide away, so don't be hiding away. Peacock yourself, get that fucking dating app, go out to bars, meet people, and yeah, be a body bitch, because it's your lifetime, bitch. Get out there. You know, it's your fucking lifetime. Get out there. But I love you so fucking much. Definitely choose more piles, too, because this pile especially, I feel like, can select multiple. But I'm praying that this provides some clarity, and I'll see y'all very, very, very soon. Throat chakra blockages. Jesus. Bye-bye. Alrighty, hello to those of you who chose this gorgeous pile number 3, this amethyst crystal. This is going to be your reading, okay? Does not want to focus on who's simping for you. Let's figure it out. It has been so juicy so far, you guys. Like, I tell you. We have the 7 of Swords here, so futility. Some of these words are like too big for me. I'm not gonna lie. 7 of Swords, the Tower. Wow, okay, so somebody that's simping for you definitely had a bit of a falling out with you. It feels like this person, again, is more of a past individual. This person is definitely heavily looking back on the past. Maybe the times that the two of you had together. This could be a friend or a lover. I'm really kind of conflicted at this point, or both. But when I see the Tower card, it definitely means that the two of you had kind of a massive shebang, like kind of a big falling out, you know? This could be somebody that okay, it's like they're telling me like they wanted to go in one direction, but it ended up like not really working out for them. One direction. That's funny. That's what makes you beautiful. Okay, I'm so sorry. My brain is literally on like crack mode today, I swear to God, because I'm just like all over the place. But we're gonna keep going. With the Nine of Wands here, I feel like this person has hardcore respect for you because of how strong you are, because of how much you've gone through in your lifetime and how much you've been able to handle. It feels like by yourself too, like very independently. And this person could have walked away from you at a time in which it was very hard in your life, and ever since then they kind of like heavily regretted it. Like they heavily look back on the past, because I feel like this person really looked up to you as a human being. I feel like this person really aspired to be you, but that simultaneously got the best of you, which was kind of what I was getting into with the first pile. But this feels in particular like it was a hardcore friendship. Like it was something that was a hardcore friendship. And now it's like this person only can watch you from afar, can only really experience you from afar, but they still admire you for the strength that you have and for the grace that you have for being able to handle a lot of different situations. Oh, love. Aw. Okay, yeah, so this could definitely be a lover, but it also feels like ultimately this person definitely has a lot of love in their heart for you. Like so much love for you, so much respect for you. Like, and I'm seeing the lotus blossom there. And again, like lotuses literally grow from the dirt. And so, which is weird because I feel like I got this visual in pile number 1. So you could really relate to pile number 1 as well. But this one feels specifically like we're getting into a best friendship or like something like that really fell apart here, that really changed your life. I'm hearing for the better. Like in a weird way, it really changed your life for the better, because this person could have been slightly holding you back. It doesn't feel like they really were holding you back, but it feels like from time to time they would, because they would develop kind of a jealousy of you or like an envy of your life and how your life was going, when in reality like they were a very independent person. They had all of their own shit going for them, like, and they were equally as successful as you were, but like in another way. And sometimes that's so hard for people to understand and for them to see that they are also equally as successful, just in different ways, you know? But yeah, it feels like there was a lot of love. There was a lot of mutual respect for one another. There was a lot of give and take in this situation. It was like everything that was given was taken, and everything that was taken was given. Yeah, there we go. I was like, how the fuck was I gonna say that? But yeah, it feels like there's a lot of strength. I'm just noticing this Nine of Wands. This is a gorgeous card. I love like all of those moons. Why is this not? Why are you not? What is that? Why are you running? There we go. But yeah, it really feels like, because like look at the way that those moons are like pointing towards the sun. It feels like there was a lot of people that maybe looked up to you, and because of it, this person like, it's so frustrating because it's almost like you were on the edge of something incredible here. And this friend could feel that. This friend could feel that, and this friend kind of knew that, and this friend knew that if they just stuck it out, that if they just kind of swallowed these emotions, maybe for like a little bit longer, then it would have just been smooth sailing from there. But instead, it feels like there was some sort of heat that kind of like got the better of them. That was like, okay, yeah, I have to kind of separate myself from this because this is too much. And you know, like sometimes that happens between friends as well, you know? Friends kind of have to go their own ways, develop their own things, and then later on in life, sometimes they can come back together or sometimes they don't. It just kind of all pans, like, kind of determines on the way that your life pans out, you know? Wow, we have the Two of Swords here, which is peace. And I feel like ever since then, so this feels like something that happened a while ago, or like at least a year ago, if maybe not even like 2 years ago, because especially with the 2-2 here, yeah, but it feels like there has been peace since this situation. I feel like there's been a lot of forgiveness, especially on your end, for this individual. There was definitely a lot of forgiveness that has taken place, because I feel like this person really was very indecisive about this friendship. And it's like, you know, if you're gonna be like my friend, I want to make sure that you are decisive about me. You know, like I want to make sure that you are solidified in our friendship and knowing that there's nothing that's gonna like break us apart, or there's nothing that, you know, because it feels like what broke you guys apart was very internal. Like, it was a lot of internalized, like, I don't want to say jealousy, but it was almost like, it's kind of like similar to that feeling, but it's like this person didn't want to be jealous of you, and so that's why they were like, this is so fucked, let me remove myself from the situation. But now they're looking back at it and they're like, you know what, rather than like taking that jealousy and just being jealous, I should have just like, literally, because I discussed this in the first pile, I should have literally just like, it's so hard for me to like articulate how spirit makes me feel sometimes, but it's like, instead of being jealous, I should have just taken those feelings and tried to like apply them more to myself, is what this person is saying to me. It's like, I should have like embodied more of those traits that I love in this friend. Okay, that's what they're literally telling me. I should have embodied more of these traits that my beautiful baby bimbo friend was living, or what was like emanating to this world, right? I should have embodied more of those, but instead I got jealous, and the jealousy got the better of me, and the jealousy took the upper hand and was like, get this person out of your life, you know? But it feels like, you know, everything kind of happens for a reason. So it feels like maybe this person needed this space, they needed this distance to kind of develop more of this self-confidence in themselves, to then come forward and then kind of be like a better friend to you. Because if they wouldn't have had this self-confidence, they would have always felt like they were riding on your coattails, when in reality the two of you were hand in hand, you know, going up, skipping about life together. Like, they were never riding on your coattails. This is what I'm getting from your perspective. Like, you're a very, wow, and I'm just so proud that I'm attracting people like this to my channel. But my beautiful baby bimbos, you guys are a very uplifting individual. You're not the type of person to see yourself as better than, or as, you know, like, or somebody, like your friends as lesser than, basically. Like, you're the type of person that's like, no, we're equals. It doesn't matter how much I accomplish, how much you accomplish, we're equals in this lifetime. We're equally here to contribute our own blip to society, you know, our own little chip of ourselves to society. And that is so different for so many different people, you know. One person's success is completely different than another person's success. Like, the visual that I'm seeing is almost like this person is like a doctor, right? They're like successful in their own beautiful, beautiful ways. And then you, on the other hand, are like a goat farmer. Fucking random, I know, but you are like successfully raising all of these goats. And, or like an influencer. That's probably like a better comparison. Not even, because they're still, but see, because they're still very, very different from one another. The doctor's success is going to be very different than the influencer's success. However, they're both still equally as successful. That's what I'm trying to say. And I feel like that's exactly how you guys see the situation. That is exactly how you guys see the situation. And this person just let their kind of insecurity get the better hand of them. In reality, like, it was just insecurity. But I feel like this person in this separation time has had a lot of time to think about the situation and to realize, okay, yeah, maybe I wasn't so in the right here, and maybe my beautiful baby bimbo also wasn't in the right here. Maybe both of us fucked up, and, or maybe, you know, your friend, this person, whoever we're talking about here, was really the one that actually fucked it up, you know, was actually the one that really let the situation get the better of them. However, I feel like they recognize that now. This person is a very accountable individual. Like, they definitely take hardcore accountability, and I feel the need to like compliment them for that, because that's heavy to do, especially like, you know, ending friendships and then wanting friends back. Like, that's kind of a huge step to take, and it's scary. It's so scary, but this person, like, they definitely have this very like fiery, passionate like accountability, and yeah, they have so much love for you and so much respect for you. And I feel like sometimes like you feel it and you're like, no, this person definitely doesn't feel that way for me anymore, you know, like you might think of them from time to time, and I definitely see you as thinking highly of them, like, because I've gone through like a similar situation with like a best friend, where we're no longer best friends, but I still view her as so highly. Like I still see her and I still want like literally the best for her in the entire world. And I'm almost getting teary-eyed here because it sucks. Like this is such a heavy and hardcore and sad situation because like both of you were meant to thrive together, but then you went your separate ways, you know, and life happens like that, you know, and it is really, really sad, but it feels like this person is taking accountability for that. And they're like, God, yeah, I kind of did fuck up, you know, like this could have been something like a power couple, but like a friendship power couple, you know, kind of vibes. But let's keep going. We also have the Ten of Wands here. So oppression. Yeah. So I feel like maybe like this person kind of always felt like they were almost living in your shadow, and that was very oppressive. I don't think that's the fucking word, but that's the vibe that I'm getting. It was like that to them was a lot of pressure, and it was a lot of like, yeah, just a lot of like shutting themselves down, you know, because they never felt like they could live up to you. And again, all of this goes back to this person developing a lot of self-confidence in the meantime, a lot of self-confidence for themselves, which I feel like they couldn't have done if you were around, you know, just because you're so fiery, you're so ambitious and driven, especially my beautiful baby bimbos. Like you guys really, really, really put yourselves out there. You guys go after shit that you want. And a lot of the time, like some people just get intimidated by that. They can't handle that, you know, it does feel oppressive or whatever the fuck. We also have the Six of Cups here, so pleasure. But it feels like the two of you could really like, I feel like this person looking back on it is really, really grateful for the memories and the times that the two of you had together, the times in which the two of you like got to experience so many fun things and so much fun shit, you know, and like really just be goofballs is what I'm hearing, especially with the Six of Cups here. Like that's such a playful and childlike and wonderful, wonderful, wonderful kind of vibe. Like the two of you, I feel like both kind of saw the world from this like childlike sense of wonder. Like everything was so brand new, and the two of you both could have been like very innocent or like raised like just very subdued, like like very calming. And so yeah, it's just interesting because like yeah, just your views on the world was very similar, but it's just a matter of this person feeling like they were always kind of riding on your coattail, that kind of like why this person kind of had to go their own way, because they had to develop that self-confidence for themselves, you know, like otherwise they just could have never been, like they were genuinely happy for you, but it's like at times like the jealousy would get the better of them basically, and they didn't want to be that kind of friend. Like they didn't want to be that kind of like jealous friend that was always like complaining about you or whatever the fuck, you know. Very interesting vibes here. Yeah, it's definitely going to be like applicable to your situation. This could be a romance too. But for a lot of you, I'm definitely feeling like this one is a very, very, very distinct friend that feels like, you know, shit really hit the fan, and that they really, I feel like they miss you ultimately, is kind of like the vibe of this reading, is that they definitely miss you. Yeah, maybe there were times in which you felt like you were oppressed too, or like, what the fuck is futility? I'm gonna look that up. Futility definition. Pointlessness or uselessness. Okay, that's really interesting. Pointlessness or uselessness. Yeah, it's like almost like this person maybe even felt from time to time like they didn't have anything to add to your life, or they didn't. Okay, I'm getting super fucking hot here. Let me take this off. I'm stripping. I'm just gonna wear a bralette too, so you might see this in the background. But like that might have been the thing too, is like from time to time you might have made them feel like they were useless, or like, you know, which sucks. Ugh, because obviously you don't mean to make them feel like that. Like clearly my beautiful baby bimbos would never in a million years want to make somebody feel oppressed, want to make somebody feel like they were riding on their coattails. But it just is a matter of like, that's just the way the cookie crumbled. Like that's just the way that this person was feeling, and it had nothing to do with you and kind of everything to do with them and their self-worth, and again, developing that self-confidence, which I really, really, really applaud your friend, your previous friend or whatever, for really stepping up their game and like developing more of this self-confidence, because maybe they did have to grow this kind of by themselves in order to come back to this, or, you know, maybe they just had to grow this by themselves or learn this by themselves, separated from this friendship. And you know, if this is a friend that like you would never really take back, just be grateful like for the lessons. I literally just took off my sweatshirt and then immediately put on another blanket. But just be grateful for like the lessons and this friendship and how far this friendship did get you, like in the time span that it did, because I'm definitely sensing again that you guys were definitely like kind of a power couple dynamic, but it was more like a friendship vibe, you know? With the, okay, we have the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse, the 9 of Wands in the upright, and the Queen of Swords. Yeah, it definitely feels like this person has seen how much you've gone through, and like they kind of added to that, number one. Number two, but that's kind of beyond the point at this point. It's like they see how much you've gone through and they really, really respect you as an individual and how powerful you are. Like how much you come out the other side and pretend like nothing ever happens to you, you know, like how much you make moves in silence, which again, I just always want to make sure that my beautiful baby bimbos, especially if you're going through stuff, like you can always use this space, number one, as a place to rant or like vent. But number two, make sure that you are talking to people about your problems also, because so many times like you will take people's problems and like transform them, or like or just like not even that, but like you just carry a lot of burden, a lot of stress, like a lot of people's issues sometimes, a lot of your own issues, and then you just kind of like move in silence. You're like, okay, yeah, it happens to me, it happens to everyone. But you have to recognize that like you also have to heal yourself too, and like you also have the right to talk about your issues. And if the people in your life aren't hearing you, if the people in your life aren't listening to you and the issues that you have, then they're most likely probably not the people for you, you know? And it's time that you find those people that you can talk to about your issues and that you can talk to about what's going on in your life without feeling like they're just gonna leave you behind, or without feeling like, you know, they're just gonna judge you or whatever the fuck. Yeah, because especially you guys are represented here as like a Queen of Swords energy. This person also, I feel like maybe was the one to cut you off. Definitely feels more like a feminine, but it doesn't have to be a feminine. But I feel like my beautiful baby bimbos also a lot like myself can be very blunt from time to time. It can be very just like cutthroat and concise and quick to do things. I feel like that's kind of this person too, though. Yeah, but ultimately I feel like you've really been manifesting like this better life for yourself. Like people that understand you, people that don't feel like your competition, but feel more like you're their friend, you know, like you're there to like boost each other up and support each other's successes. Like, you know, I told you guys I've been through like a similar situation as this one, and ever since then, like I've really recognized the difference in like friends that are actually there for me, that like actually support me. And the difference is that they don't compare themselves to me. They don't feel like they have to prove themselves to me. They don't feel like they have to do everything the same as me, or like, or achieve certain things, you know, to like be my friend or like to prove some shit to me. It's like they don't care about that shit. What they care about is like the fact that my successes are their successes and their successes are my successes. Like we like to live vicariously through each other and empathize with each other and feel that powerful, powerful, powerful gratitude towards each other for accomplishing certain things, you know? Like, one of my best friends is, oh my gosh, I'm just so proud of her. She literally fucking styled a magazine, and I told her I want 1 million fucking copies. I still haven't received one, but I don't think she's received one either, so we don't really know how to get them. But basically, like, that's how you should feel for your friends, right? You shouldn't feel like, oh my god, my friend just achieved something, so now I have to achieve something. Or like, oh my god, my friend just did something, oh, woe is me, like, oh, fuck, why can't I be like them? Why can't I achieve that same thing? It's like, no. Because you're not supposed to in this lifetime, bitch. Don't you get that? You're here for completely different reasons, like completely different things. And this friend that I went through things with, like, she so unbelievably talented in ways in which I'm not fucking talented. And I just wish on God to this day that she could have seen that, or that she can see that now, that we just had like different things, you know? And that's definitely the vibe that I'm getting for you guys. Like, the reason why I'm just like going off on all these rants is because you guys definitely can relate to this. Like, clearly, if you stuck around for this amount of time, like, this shit's hitting. But with the Magician here, I definitely just see you creating like a better life for yourself. Like, you surrounding yourself with friends, again, who actually want to celebrate your successes and see them as your own. And yeah, oh my gosh, yeah, I also have this really, really, really beautiful, wonderful friend you guys will meet someday. Her name's Juliana, and she is just like the light of my life. Like, she is the most wholesome individual I think I've ever fucking met in my whole life. Like, honest to God, hands down, because she just loves. Like, she is love and she is light. Shrek is love, Shrek is light. What the fuck? I can't believe I said that, but literally, like, she's the person that I go to whenever I have like a new project that I'm working on that I'd like some feedback on, because I know that, like, genuinely she has the purest intentions, right? And so that's why I take all that shit to her now, because like I know that she's not gonna like steer me in the wrong direction out of malicious intent, which I'm not saying this because like this person would do that or whatever, but I'm just saying that like you start to recognize like those true, pure, wholesome friendships and the people who are actually there for you, the people who actually, oh my God, want to support you, versus the people who literally, I got throat chakra blockages there, versus the people who literally won't tell you like when there's an issue, or won't tell you like, or won't mean it when they say that they're happy for you, basically. But ultimately, this person definitely still a simp. They definitely still look up to you. I feel like they admire you from afar. You might admire this person from afar as well. But it's just a very, very, very beautiful, wonderful energy. So I'm so proud of you guys, number one, for moving past this, for starting to accept more beautiful, loving friendships into your lives, and for not letting, I'm sorry, I noticed a leaf outside. I thought it was a cat again. But for not letting like these little things really get the better of you, because you guys deserve so much. Oh my God, my camera's gonna die. I love you all so fucking much from the bottom of my titty heart. I'm praying that this brings some clarity, and I'll see y'all very, very soon, okay? Goodbye! Alrighty, hello to those of you who chose pile number 4. Let's go on ahead and get started with your reading for who is simping for you. Woo! We have the 8 of Wands, so swiftness. Oh my God. And you can see like a rainbow literally coming out of her hand. So shout out to my LGBTQ plus individuals. But I feel like you've been definitely fighting off a lot of negative energy. Like, it seems like this person is having like a lot of these things just being like shot at her, and then she's like shooting rainbows back at the world. So it feels like there's a lot of people like throwing you like evil eye, or like trying to throw you like darkness, just put like negative intentions on you, but you're like not even having it, like especially with your protection around you and like this rainbow that you are just like shooting back at people. You're like, I'm taking your negativity and I'm turning it into something positive, right? I'm gonna put back on my sweatshirt also because it is cold today. We have swiftness and the Prince of Wands. Yeah, so it feels like there's somebody here that has a lot of passion for you because of your ability to turn negativity into positivity. Especially with the Prince of Wands here. Yeah, this person, sorry, putting on my sweatshirt, is very, very passionate about you, very fiery. Yeah, it feels like they're led by like strength. Like, you're a very strong individual, and it feels like this person kind of wants to like come at you like full force. This could be a newer individual, somebody that's just kind of witnessing you. They could work with you as well. I'm seeing like them being very impressed by you in the workplace, or just like overall with the work that you do, again, by converting darkness into lightness. It seems like this person, and like so quickly, like I feel like you might have a very quick wit to you as well, which just came into my mind. Like, it feels like you have a very good sense of humor and like sense of direction in the world too. Like, you know where you're going and you're not gonna let anybody fuck with that. And I feel like this person sees that. They feel how empowered you are, how inspiring you are, and they just literally want to get some. But not just that. Yeah, gain. That's really funny. The 9 of Pentacles. They want to get some. You know, they want to gain some. feel like this person has like hardcore fantasies about like romancing you, so like taking you out on dates and showing you off to their friends is what's coming to my mind. Like buying you flowers, just really showering you with their presence. And yeah, it's interesting. It's almost like, because with the way of this like depiction too, how the Prince of Wands is kind of like in this dark state, and then the Eight of Wands is like shooting this rainbow over, and it's like translating into this beautiful, bright, sunny Nine of Pentacles card. It's almost like you've shifted the way that the person kind of sees the world, or you've shifted the way that the person kind of looks at situations, you know, sees the dark and converts it into like light, basically. We also have the Sun card here. Oh my god, literally exactly what I was saying. You guys have such a sunny and positive, uplifting presence, and I feel like this person really wants more of that in their life. I feel like this individual is kind of surrounded by, I'm hearing toxic masculinity, so I'm literally seeing like a frat boy or like something like that, where this person is very surrounded by toxic kind of like energies, toxic beings, like humans that just like don't have the best intentions for other humans. Like they could really give a shit less. All that they care about is themselves and their ego and me, materialism, like looking expensive, having nice things. Like they could give a shit less about like how they're influencing people's lives for the better, or how they're healing people, or what they're actually here on this planet to do. Like they're so focused on the material and the ego that they just don't give a shit about that. And it's like, you on the other hand are completely different energy than that. You're the type of person that's very, again, sunshiny, effortless. I'm hearing empathetic as well, which is not something that a lot of their friends have. I put friends in quotation marks for those of you who did not see that. But they're definitely like not good for them, obviously. And it feels like you on the other hand are this really great person. Yeah, and look at in the Sun card, you can see like these two people, like both with fairy wings. They're dancing around, they're having a good time, and that's what this person feels like. I feel like in your energy, this person can be themselves. Yeah, there's something, again, with like the people that they're around, they just cannot be themselves. They can't embrace themselves fully. They can't say the wrong thing, otherwise they might get looked at weird, or otherwise there might get shit spread about them, or like whatever the fuck. It's like they're just starting to recognize that the people that they've surrounded themselves with, or have continuously kept surrounding themselves with, have no comparison to you, okay? And your light, this beautiful Eight of Wands energy, this swiftness. And it's like, yeah, it's like whenever they're around other people, they feel drained. But whenever they're around you, it's like they feel so uplifted, so refreshed, so brand new. Like they have so much more imagination and inspiration in their life that they can go out and do whatever the fuck they want without anybody else's opinions affecting them. But it's like the second that they're around these other motherfuckers, instant drain. They're like energy vampires. Oh my god. Have you guys ever seen the show? I think it's like What We Do in the Shadows or something like that. I forget the name, but there's literally an energy vampire on there, and just like talking to him like drains people's energy. And that's exactly, it's like a physical representation of what this person energetically is feeling in their lifetime, being around these quote unquote friends, these people that like have their back sort of, but not really, like don't really have their best intention at heart, because they're so focused on themselves. And you guys, you know what, it's fine to be focused on yourself, right? It's your lifetime. That's not a narcissistic thing to do. But the second that you start completely unempathizing with people, completely overlooking other people's needs, completely focusing on yourself, and just not giving a shit about like who you're helping on this planet Earth, that's when you start to really become an energy vampire, and that's when you start to go down kind of a darker path. And that's the kind of people that this person has been around. But I'm getting that this person at their core is not like these people whatsoever. And I feel like they've shown that to you, but simultaneously you get confused, or you might second guess yourself, because this person will on occasion act like those motherfuckers, right? Or they'll start acting up out of their toxic masculinity. And I feel like especially for you guys, like you're really, really good about like correcting that, about being like, hey, don't say that shit, or like, don't be rude like that, like fuck off, you know? Or like, or you walk away, or you take steps back from this person, or time off from this person whenever they're acting like those people, because you're like, I can't be around that. And I feel like it's really starting to like train this person. Like I'm seeing what is that, like the Pavlov's fucking dog experiment where they like ring the bell and then they give the dogs like a treat, and so now whenever they ring the bell the dogs will start like salivating. It's that kind of vibe where that was like the briefest introduction to like that study. I don't know if that made any sense, but it's a very well psychological, very well known psychological study. I'm sorry, I'm really getting ahead of myself here because I'm getting so many fucking messages, but that's what I'm seeing, is that like you're kind of like behaviorally correcting this individual, and they are such a simp for you because they not only aspire to be you, but I feel like there's some feelings there. Like I feel like there's a little lovey-dovey kind of emotions there, where this person's like, not only does this person have my heart, but they also have my soul, and they're feeding my soul, and they're giving to my soul. And I feel like this person definitely gives back to you. You know, like there's a lot of like that give and take energy, but sometimes they can put up that wall, and sometimes they can put up that front again and like try to be that thing that is really not for them, is really negative. And that's when you're like, yeah, fuck this bitch, I'm out. And then this person's like, wait, sorry, that was just my darker side, I didn't mean that, you know, like I'm still learning. But ultimately I feel like this person is moving more towards your direction because they're recognizing that the people around them just don't have their best intentions at heart. We also have the King of Cups here. Yes, bitch. So deep down, okay, because I feel like this person's surface level acts like this Prince of Wands. They act like, oh, this kind of like, it's like player kind of energy where they're like Mr. Confident or like Mrs. Confident, you know, Mrs. Cocky. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. Like they're very cocky. They know that they're attractive, number one. That's like the biggest thing. They definitely know that they're attractive. They know that they could get a lot of people. However, on the other half of things, they actually have this King of Cups energy, which is where they don't align with their quote-unquote friends, because their friends they completely lack empathy, you guys. Like empathy is definitely something that you have to learn. And I feel like because of the life experiences that this person has been through, they have become a very empathetic individual. They also could have been raised with a lot of money, or just come from a lot of money, just don't really have money problems, have never really had to deal with any of that shit. And so like up until this point, up until they've kind of like met you and started to see more of the light, they've never really recognized like how shitty of a human being they've been, or like how shitty the people around them are, until they started hanging out with you. And so I definitely just applaud you, number one, because that's a lot of heavy energy to deal with, but number two, I also just like applaud you because you're really transforming this person. Like you have no idea the effect that you have on individuals, but like even when you're away from this person, again, even when you're taking those breaks, those step backs from this person, I feel like that's when they're doing a lot of growth and a lot of thinking and a lot of, okay, well that was definitely wrong, that was stupid of me, how can I do this better the next time? Because ultimately they are this King of Cups energy, this beautiful empathetic soul. Just I feel like sometimes they have to put up this front in order to protect themselves around these negative energies that they're already kind of around, you know? Because if they were to let their true colors like fly, their true colors show, I feel like honestly, it's kind of like an anxiety thing for them, where like they think that it would be a lot worse than it actually is. They might have some people like cut them off in their lifetime, but I feel like they don't recognize that actually leads them in a better direction. Their spirit guides are literally like trying to shut me the fuck up right now. They're like, well, but they're not trying to shut me up. That's not what I should say, but they just have a lot of throat chakra blockages when it comes to like trying to express these things and trying to be their complete and wholesome self, because people around them are so restrictive and they're so appearancists. That's the vibe, you guys. They're so fucking appearances that it's like, if my bro out here is acting like Miss Prissy Pants, you know, they get cut. Like that's the vibe. Like that's literally the vibe that I'm getting. Is that like it's so fucking harsh that it's like, but bitch, at that point it's like you want to be cut off. Like why would you want to be around motherfuckers like that you can't be yourself around? Like fuck them, you know? Yeah, like I'm literally seeing like hentai or like something like that, where like this person is like actually hardcore like into hentai, like they really like, or anime, you know, or just, you know, but I'm getting more, because like hentai has like a freakier kind of connotation with it, you know? Not for me, I love hentai. I'm a hentai stan. But anyways, moving past that, but like that's the thing, is like this person could be heavily into hentai and like there's nothing wrong with that, but like their friends see that and they're like, oh fuck you weeb, you know, like fuck you, like that's so gross, like why would you be in it? It's like fuck you, it's sex, bitch. It's like, you know, who cares? It's my sex life, why does it affect you? You know, that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting, that like these people kind of act like a bee swarm, or like or like one being. Like they try to act like one being, basically, like tough, cocky, nobody can get the better of us, we're here to make a lot of fucking money kind of vibes. And they just like, and if somebody like doesn't act in alignment with that, they get cut off. And it's like, why the fuck would you think like that? Like, that's so toxic. That's so awful. Like, the second that one person acts like their authentic self, you don't want them anymore, fine, they're probably better off by themselves then. You guys can develop your own crusty, toxic, you know, lifestyle together. Really, really, really fucking sucks for you. But yeah, and you guys, I fucking tell you, I have seen some of the like biggest like tough boy, frat boy kind of vibes become like the weakest links of everybody. And I'm not attacking like one person in particular. He might be watching this, I don't fucking know. You know, great guy. But okay, that's what I'm trying to say, is I know some really, really genuinely good frat guys and everything, but I also know these pathetic losers that like get into this mentality that like the world is like theirs for the taking, but it's like just theirs and only theirs and nobody else. Because like this one time I went up against some, this is just like a little side story time, little side quest here, as Alice called it the other day. I thought that was so fucking cute. I stole that side quest. But so I was going up against these like frat guys for this management position at my job. I didn't get it. They also didn't get it. But the difference here is that they threw the biggest fucking tantrum. They started talking shit about all the people that got the position. They started like trashing them to every single person that was walking by them. They started trashing the company, trashing the people that did the interview. Guess what, bitches? A few months later down the line, one of the managers ended up not being able to like do it anymore. So guess who gets the phone call to get the job? Was it the frat boys who were complaining and throwing fits and throwing a bunch of people under the bus and acting negative and toxic? Or was it me who was uplifting the people that got the part, who was the job? Or was it me who was uplifting people and congratulating people? And even though I was hurt and upset that I didn't get it, I still understood, okay, you know, they said the next time that I apply for it, I'm definitely in the ringer for getting it. So I was like, fuck it, you know what? That's fine with me. Yes, bitches, guess who got it? Me, not them. They didn't work there anymore after that. But me, the person who was patient, who waited, who was just okay with not getting that role, but ended up getting it like a couple months later because somebody else stepped down. Like, it's literally all just a matter of like, that's what they don't fucking understand, is that acting in that toxic, negative behavior is not going to cut it in this new world that we're sort of creating for ourselves, right? Acting in that toxic masculinity, that the world owes me everything kind of vibe, is never going to make you happy, number one. It's never going to make you feel very successful, number two. And number three, it's just going to make you miserable in life overall. And so I see that this person is like moving away from that, and they're starting to create this better life for themselves, and you're really, really training them on, yeah, this is good, no, this is bad, yeah, this is good, no, this is bad. Trying to like save them, like get them the fuck out of this, because I feel like deep down you see this beautiful, beautiful and potential. And I know on this channel that I always say like, we're here to see credentials, not potentials, but it feels like this person genuinely has good potential, and they are showing these good credentials, because whenever it's just the two of you, or whenever they're in your friend group or around your energy, they are a completely different person versus like when they're trying to be around these toxicities. Like literally, fuck them, get out of there. So bad. Okay, that was totally a side quest, but I feel like I had to get that winded explanation out there in order to like help you guys understand why you're helping this person so much, because it's like everything that you do is leading them towards being this more wholesome individual, which is going to help them in the long term of their lifespan. Yeah, Ace of Swords, determining when it's the right time to be mean, to be a bitch, basically, is what Spirit was saying in my head. To be toxic is what they said, but I was like, I don't want to use the same word there that we're trying to avoid, right? But it's like, the Ace of Swords really talks about like using that right time to be cutthroat, to be a bitch, to cut people out, but also knowing when you have to be logical and when you have to be kind-hearted and when you have to be empathetic. And I feel like this person especially is starting to learn, okay, yeah, no, I don't want these fuckers in my life. They're not doing anything, you know? And I'm going off on this long-winded explanation to basically explain to you like who this simp is, because this simp like really, really, really looks up to you for these reasons, and they will continuously look up to you for the rest of your fucking life as long as you keep them around, you know? They definitely want to just like be your friend though. So like even if you guys have like gone through separations, have gone through times apart, I feel like you two will ultimately find your way back to each other, but it feels like a very hardcore like friendship kind of vibes that could eventually turn into love, that could eventually turn into romance. But for the start of it, like you guys are developing such a great stable relationship that I feel like honestly like this is more rewarding than like love would be at this very moment in time, you know? Like the love obviously is coming, it feels like, especially with the King of Cups here. I feel like there's a lot of love that the two of you have for one another, and with that Nine of Pentacles like wanting to take you out on dates, wanting to show you off. But it's a lot of this person like getting over themselves, like getting over their ego and getting over the fact that like, okay, yeah, you might be a little bit quirky, but like so is every single fucking human being that's ever been on the planet Earth. Like all of us have our quirks, all of us are into weird shit, you know, especially in the bedroom. Like there is not a single person out there that can tell me like, okay, obviously like there's vanilla people out there and shit, but even the people who are vanilla in the bedroom still have the weirdest fucking hobbies or some shit like that, you know? Like all of us are quirky, all of us are weird, and the more that we accept our weirdness and our differences and embrace those and bring them out, the more light that we're bringing to the planet, because the more that we're showing people it's okay to be different, it's okay to be weird, it's okay to be quirky, it's okay to like hentai, it's okay to have a foot fetish, it's okay to want to braid doll's hair for a living. Like literally all of those things are perfectly fucking fine. I literally just saw like American Girl dolls. I don't know if any of y'all have had those, but like that was a job, like literally being a hairstylist for those dolls, which I think is fucking fun. I would do that shit, honestly. That's so fun. But yeah, that's just like the vibe that I got for you guys. I know that this was very long-winded. Where is this simp? Again, this one feels like social media. There's like a lot of people that are stalking like on the social media, again, but also in the workplace. So this person could be a coworker, yeah, I'm seeing coworker, or social media, or both, like that kind of vibe, like, or school as well. School, work, social media. That's where the simp is existing in your plane. But yes, my beautiful baby bimbos, these are the messages that I got for you today. Oh my god, I didn't even go into clarifiers. Okay, let's get one more clarifier card. There we go. Yeah, we have the Seven of Swords. So this person obviously, like, whenever you guys go into separation, is consistently looking back on the past. Or even if you guys are in like this really big separation right now, they're consistently looking back on the past and all of the times in which you really helped them and all the times in which you've really shaped them. And I feel like they really look up to you. If you're on social media, if you're posting shit like like quotes or like just inspirational things, I feel like this person takes every single little teeny tiny thing that you do to heart, and they really they cherish it, they love it. And yeah, I just see this gorgeous energy of like you just emanating this beautiful energy that so many people want to be a part of. And yeah, you just change people's lives. Like it does not matter if you've grazed them for a minute or if you've sat with them for 5 hours straight. Like you touch people's souls on a soul deep level. So keep going, because you're doing a wonderful job. And yes, this bitch is definitely fucking simping for you. Okay, but I love you all so fucking much from the bottom of my titty heart. I'm praying that this brought you some clarity, and I'll see y'all very soon. Okay,